How to impress your parents by accepting no. Sometimes, when you ask your parents for what you want, they say yes. For instance, you might ask to play your favorite video game, and they say yes, and then you go and start to play. Sometimes, when you ask your parents for what you get what you want, but your parents get what they want too. For instance, you might ask to play your favorite video game, and they say, you can play if you clean up your room first. They make a bargain with you. They get what they want, a clean room, and you get what you want to play your game, that is, if you clean your room first. But sometimes, when you ask your parents for what you want, they say no. You probably won't like it when that happens. You may feel sad or mad. At this point, you have a choice. You can choose to argue with your parents or even throw a bit of a fit about the fact that they said no. You might be finding it hard to control your feelings. Or you might hope this will make them change their mind. You might even remember times when arguing or throwing a fit did make your parents change their minds in the past. But if you argue or throw a fit, that will make your parents sad or mad or embarrassed, and then things might get worse. You might get into trouble, and then you might get to do even fewer of the things you like to do, like play with friends or play video games. So, when your parents tell you no, you can choose to follow this easy three-step plan for accepting no. This three-step plan will help keep you out of trouble, and it will really impress your parents with your good behavior. When your parents think you have good behavior, then they are more likely to do nice things for you in the future. You still won't always get everything you want, but they will want to do things for you when they can, because they will notice what great behavior you have. The first step when you are told no is to 1. Look at your parent. You don't need to look at them to know what they are saying, since you hear with your ears, not with your eyes. But when you look at them, then you've given your parents a signal that you are listening, and that makes parents happy. Hint: don't make a mean face when you look at them, even if you're mad at them. Try to keep your face and body calm. If that's hard to do, try taking a few deep, slow breaths in and out to help yourself stay calm. Number 2, say okay. Saying okay doesn't mean that you are happy, or that you agree, or that you like being told no. In fact, you're probably unhappy, don't agree, and don't like being told no. Saying okay just means you heard the answer, and let your parents know that you're not going to argue or throw a fit about it. It's the polite thing to say when you don't get what you want. Hint: it helps to use a polite voice to say okay instead of an angry voice. Number 3, move on. Move on means getting busy doing something else. That's okay with your parents. If you wanted to play on the computer and they said no, you could go read a book. If you wanted to play with friends and they said no, you could go and play with your Legos. Make sure to pick something you know is okay so that you don't get into trouble. Try to get really busy with that other activity so you don't keep thinking about how you were told no. That will make it easier to stay calm and not throw a fit. Later on, at another time, you can always talk calmly to your parent more about the things you want to do. Hint: but if you do ask about it again, just ask once. If you ask over and over, parents call this arguing, and that goes back to getting in trouble and your parents thinking your behavior is not too great. So that's it. You can impress your parents by accepting no with these 3 easy steps. To review, when a parent says no, 1. Look at your parent. Hint: don't make a mean face. 2. Say okay. Hint: use a polite voice. 3. Move on. Let me know if this plan works to impress your parents and keep you out of trouble when your parents tell you no. This is Barbara Lester from ASD Specialist. If you like this video, please share it and click the thumbs up on the YouTube page.